Sir, it is now 2:55 and we have 22 participants ready with us. So you can begin now. No issue. Please go ahead.
Fine. Shall I start introducing our esteemed guest?
Yeah, first welcome everyone and start introducing guests and start the session officially now. We want to stick to the time. We have given them 2:50 time. It is 2:55. So it's okay. We can start.
Perfect. So, distinguished guests and colleagues, I, Sudhanshu Bhatt, Assistant Professor, Sanjeevani College of Engineering, MBA Department, share my singular privilege to introduce to you Dr. Viral Bhatt, an outstanding academician and a distinguished scholar in the field of statistics. Dr. Bhatt is a PhD in statistics and presently heads the Sal Institute of Management as its director. Dr. Bhatt's accomplishment as an academician are truly remarkable. He has over 25 years of experience in teaching, administration, and management of college activities. He has published several research papers in top-rated journals and is widely recognized as an authority in his field. Dr. Bhatt's research contributions are truly noteworthy, with more than 85 published research articles, which have received more than 400 citations and still counting. As a seasoned academician, Dr. Bhatt brings a wealth of knowledge and expertise in the field of statistics. He has a deep understanding of statistical packages like ADANCO, SPSS, Amos, Smart PLS, and has worked extensively in these areas. Before I hand over the platform to Dr. Bhatt, I would also like to take this moment to congratulate him and Dr. Ritesh Patel on their recent publication in the highly reputed journal, International Review on Public and Non-Profit Marketing. So without further ado, I would like to invite Dr. Bhatt to take over and lead today's FDP session on the introduction to SEM. And I'm sure that under his guidance, we will gain valuable insights and knowledge in this field. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Sudhanshu.
Over to you, Doctor.
Thank you, Sanjeevani. Thank you, Vinod Malkar, sir. And thank you, Dr. Ritesh Patel, for organizing such a wonderful
Thank you, sir.
sessions and workshops. Actually, this is the true essence of a research. And these are the workshops inspire or motivate the various faculty members to write research articles in a very reputed journals. We can say the top-rated journals, could be Scopus, could be ABDC, Exploratory 24, or Utilaris, or anything, FT50 or something. Now, when we're talking about the research, there are a lot of myths. And this myth creates an illusion. Please understand. Believe you me, the research is not a difficult task. Only thing is we are afraid by the jargons. And these jargons create a lot of illusions, lot of problems, and unnecessary. We guys are moving in the mud of complexities. What I consider research is a very simple thing, very, very simple thing. Anybody can, sorry, it's a one-way side, so I'll not ask any questions. But just I would like to tell you that any research we understand or any research we want to conduct, at end of the day, we have to understand the relationships. And the relationship is just like our society. We are all in the domain of the social science. So that means relationship, as we define our relationships in our society, in similar, we have to understand the relationship of the variables. I hope everybody understands. You can chat also and you can raise the questions also. No issue. For example,
our co-host, sir, I would like to introduce you to our co-host. We have Dr. Kavita Patil with us as a co-host.
Yeah. Okay.
So she is a participant only, but she will be helping us in case of any doubt is there from participant. Nidhi is also there. Apart from Nidhi, who is there? So Nidhi and Kavita will guide you. If there is any chat box message, you don't require to listen to them. Simply you continue your session, and if any chat box urgent message requires your attention, our co-host Kavita and Nidhi will inform you accordingly, sir. Please go ahead, sir. All the best.
Thank you, Dr. Kavita. Thank you, Nidhi, for
Thank you,
providing
sir.
such a wonderful support. Yeah. So I was talking about the relationships. So in our society, what is our relationship with our colleague? What is our relationship, our brothers, sisters, mother, our spouse, our girlfriend, or a boyfriend? So similarly, the variableship is nothing else. Whatever the relationship in the society, similar kind of the relationships we found in the variable. I hope everybody understands. And sometimes what happened, the relationship is on one side or the relationships on the two sides. Sometimes the relationship is a simple, relationship is the complex. And so similar kind of the relationships we will find in the research also. It is not beyond something, or it is not very on and above such relationships. Please understand. Only things here in the society we give the name called friend, wife, girlfriend, father, mother. And here we say it is an independent variable, it is dependent variable, it is mediating variable, it is moderating variable, and it is control variable, and so on. Before we start about the anything, let us understand what exactly I'm going to teach today, or rather than share my views regarding the certain things. Today I'm going to share my views on, if you want to note down, then you can note down also, no issue. Is it visible?
Yes. No, sir.
No,
You have
sir.
not shared the screen. You have to select share screen, and then you have to select screen. Screen,
Okay.
whole screen.
Okay, no issue.
Share screen and then select screen. Not the particular window. Select screen.
Sorry.
Yeah.
On the bottom right, click share screen, followed by the first button which shows screen. Now it is visible. Now it is visible,
Okay.
sir.
So
Clear.
today we will talk, we will share, we will discuss about the very simple thing, that is EFA, CFA.
It is not typing. You can type EFA, CFA.
Yeah.
You are using pen input, then you have to select pen first.
Pen I already selected.
No, you have not selected. It's still mouse. Ah, that is their pen. Ah, yeah, that is pen.
No issue.
You can type directly. Sir, that yellow pen needs
No
to be
issue,
selected.
no issue.
Yellow pen needs to be selected.
It's not required, no issue.
Okay.
Not sharing monitor. It's not required, it's okay. Today we'll talk about the EFA, CFA. So these are the big words. People says it is a, you can write down, exploratory factor analysis. And there are lots of myth related with these issues. People don't know how to this use, when to this use, and unnecessary. I've seen majority of the people using EFA, and then they realize that we guys have done a great job, but we have to understand that what are the prefaces, in which situations we have to use, what are the decisions related, issues related with our research. So please you note down, when any particular persons are not able to understand relationships. Please note down. When we don't know that who is our friend, who is our enemy, who is our close one, who is on the other party, and the people or any particular become very confused. Sometimes that happens in our offices also, where people have a different groups. Sometimes 4 or 5 people form a groups, another 4 or 5 people form another groups, and we are confused that which group, like Sudhanshu ji has just joined the Sanjeevani, so he doesn't know that which particular group of the people, whether the marketing peoples are friend of him or a financier close friend of him, or what exactly it is. In short, in the research domain, we are not clear about who is the independent variable and what is the dependent variable. That is very important. Condition number 1. We are not clear. Again, I repeat, we are not clear what is independent variable, what is dependent variable. Condition number 2. The researchers are doing in a very niche areas where the sufficient literatures are not available. Are you with me? Again,
Yes, sir.
again,
Yes, sir.
I will make it clear also. What is the sufficient literatures? Sufficient literatures means literatures will not provide the exact relationship between the X and Y. There are 2 variables. So when researchers are not able to clear about the relationship between the X and Y, X and Z, X and F, X and A, so that means in these situations, researchers are not able to formulate hypothesis. That is, we called it as we are not able to find the relationships. Because nowadays it is not possible that we are not able to find relationships or we are not able to find literatures. Majority of the areas are covered by all the European people, the Chinese people, the US people, they have covered. So that means this is the time, this is the era, it is very difficult to say we are not able to predefine the literatures. But when literatures will not clearly provide the hypothesis or the relationships, so this is the difficult situations and researchers are not able to find the proper literatures. And that means that is the challenge of identifying independent variable or a dependent variable. And this is the situation. For example, somebody want to understand that any MBA aspirant aspects or any new product is launched, what could be the strategies? What could be the, and these situations, we don't know that in which area we are conducting the research, in which area we are launching a product. We don't know the local behavior. We don't know the local consumers. So what we're supposed to do? This is the situations we need to understand that we need to explore something. We need to derive something. And this is the situation. Sorry?
चाप जो अमृत भाई ने के
Haji, Pilidi sir. And this is the situations where we need to explore the factor. Are you with me? As of now, Kavita, any questions?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Very true.
Dr. Priyanka or anybody? Sudhanshu ji?
No.
No, sir, we are with you only.
Okay, thank you. So that means this is the situations we need to explore something. And these situations force us to, Ritesh will always say, unsupervised learning. Is it Ritesh?
Supervised and unsupervised.
Supervised learning and unsupervised learning. So that means what I understand is when I don't know that who is my friend, who is my enemy. So that means what I'll do?
Unsupervised learning.
I try to explore the relationships. I try to understand the relationships. Similarly, in research, when we don't know that who is the factor which is related to this particular core issues, then what we need to? We need to explore the factor. First up. Second part of my interactions would be whatever the explore factor, this will be confirmed. I need to confirm. Kya yahi factor hai or something else? Suppose somebody is launching a one-pick movie and he wants to understand that this would be the probable hero, this would be the probable heroine, this would be the probable second heroine, mother, father. Now, we will be successful or not, that they want to confirm. So confirm with the expert, confirm with the past record, confirm with the data. That is called the confirmatory factor analysis. So there are two things I'm going to cover in the today's sessions. One is the EFA, there we try to explore the research, and another is the CFA, that is the we try to confirm the fact. Sudhanshu ji, मुझे दिया है कि नहीं दिया है this sharing वाला?
Yes, sir. I'm sure they must.
Okay.
Ritesh, sir?
Okay, so I think, have I shared the file to all participants?
Yes, sir.
So this is the simple one research where we try to identify 12 to 13 statements. I'll share with you and I'll show you the statements also. Is it? This one. Again, I'm not able to share my file. I don't know why. Share. Some black things is.
But are you able to see that icon, sir? Are you able to
Yes, I can.
activate it?
This is, I think,
It's taking time to load, it seems.
probably. No issue. By the times we get a display, we can in fact always it is black, in fact, more, yeah, probably. Can you see the now?
Yes, now.
Yeah, it is a very small file, survey of the 372 data. Okay, and this is the file when we are not able to understand that what is our independent factor, what is our dependent variables, and we are confused. So 13 statements, if you can see the 13 statement, can you read it? Or can you see this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is something related with some new product is launched and who is the initiator or what is the behavior of the consumers, is it? So I like to introducing a new product, new brands to my friends. Okay, so this is something I like helping people by, and this majority of the statements are not in order. Is it? You can read in your file also. And this is the situations inspire us to do how many factors are involved in this particular data. I can show you this data file also. There are 372. You can cross check also. 372 is the sample size. 13 statements, grade, qualifications. These are the categorical variable, age, gender, income, etc., etc. Are you with me? Okay, so before I'll start, this software is called, those who never get exposures of this software, it is called SPSS, Statistical Package for the Social Science. License versions and the crack versions is available everywhere. Is it? And this software is very simple, very user friendly. There are 3 views. Those who are using first times, this is called the data view. You can see when I am using it, only understand the language of the numerics 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It never understand the language of the alphabetics. So here you can see the data view. So that means data view is a yellow one because I'm using this one. Can you see this? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You can also do the data view. Second is the variable view. The moment I'll start variable view, it is mentioned there are 13 statements. All 13 statements are here mentioned, so I don't need to share the questionnaires part. Okay. If I want to see the age and other part, how many categories I can show you. You can see the first group is 18 to 19, 20 to 24, 25 to 29, so on. There are 7, 10, 11, 14 categories. Here the categorical variables will not play any major roles. So we'll not talk about the category. All of you are agree? Ready with this?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Now what is the task? The task is with these 13 statements, I want to understand, rather than we want to understand, that how many factors are involved and which factors or the which statements having a similar behavior. Those particular statements, similar behavior will form a group 1. The another similar behavior will form group 2. Another similar behavior will form 3, 4, etc. And that we don't know that what is dependent, what is independent. And we just try to understand that how many factors are there with these 13 statements. I hope you are clear. And the situation
Absolutely.
Yes,
is
sir. Yes, sir.
that inspire us to run exploratory factor analysis. All 7 points are scales. Is it? Shall we run? Those who are working on their SPSS software, please note down, or you can take
Sir,
snaps.
sir, shall I disturb you?
Yeah.
Yeah, please go
Sir,
ahead.
can you confirm us why we are doing exploratory here and not confirmatory or confirmatory?
First, yeah, let me, I have just given the, in fact,
But you told, but for this also you just
okay.
explain with this.
So like this is the 13 statements where I'm not, rather than we are not able to identify that what is independent variable, what is dependent variable. Number 1. Another thing is this is the area where I'm not able to generate the relationships properly through the literatures. And this motivate me to apply the factor analysis, specifically exploratory factor. So what we do, we form 13 different statements in this area, and we try to understand that which particular statements create a common groups and common behavior. I hope I'm clear now.
Very well, sir.
Okay, thank you. Now we are going to perform the exploratory factor, because Ritesh is very strict. He said you have to finish everything by 5:30. So now we quickly
Sir,
go.
I am not strict. My participants are strict. They said we have to follow the timetable because after 5:30 we have to go home. We have to cook the food because majority of the participants are female.
Correct,
They have to
correct.
go home and cook the food, sir.
Okay, sir. Okay.
विरल सर भी बनाते हैं, मुझे पता है, शीतल भाभी के लिए.
But today, okay, shall we? All of you note
Yes, sir.
down. You can take snapshots also. This is the SPSS where majority of our analysis we are doing from analysis part. And my cursor is there. You can see. Is it? So I'll click the cursor part. Can you see? Now you can take the snapshot. This
Yes,
is
sir.
my first clip. All of you can simultaneously run also. Because I have to,
Sir, shall we also open the SPSS along with you? Then you have to inform everyone.
please, I request all.
I humbly request you to do 2 things. When you explain, then you say you don't work on software. Please focus on the screen. I am explaining. When you
Okay.
do practical, you tell them that along with me, you also do practical. I'll go slow. So you
So
have to keep informing them like a driver.
I
Thanks a lot.
request all of you to open the SPSS file. Take your cursor to the analysis part. Is it okay?
First of all, ask them to download the file from Google
Yes, sir,
Drive
we are
folder of
ready.
Viral Bhatt. Google Drive folder of Viral Bhatt.
And name of the file is probably model or something. It is SPV file. Is it? Shall we? Kavita ma'am
Yes, sir.
and all participants, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Take your cursor to the analysis part. Now you can take snaps and directly the next cursors move to the dimension reductions. The cursor analysis, you can see both the line is yellow. Take dimension reductions. The moment you open the dimension reductions, there are three analyses open. One is the factor analysis, second is the corresponding analysis, and third is the optimal scaling. But we are looking for the factor, or another name of the factor is called the principal component analysis, PCA. Factor analysis. Now you can see all three yellow. You can take snapshots. Is it visible? Okay.
Yes,
sir.
Now we move to the factor analysis. Click this. Okay. Now you can see there are two windows. The left hand side window shows all the variables, statements, and details of our data file. And the right hand side window, we are supposed to select those things which we need to analyze. Very clearly, left hand side window shows all the variables of our data file, statements, categorical variable, etc. So left hand side below is our data file variables, and the right hand side things that what we supposed to analyze. बहुत सारे लोगों को एक questions रहता है कि why we call the statements, why we call the items. Please understand. In social science research, we call the statements, while in the psychology, people are using items. In social science research, we call the factor or variables. We call variables. In psychology, they call this as a factor or the constructs. Am I clear? Now, what is our purpose? We are supposed to select all 13 statements because we don't know the factor part, and we are looking for all 13. Shift dabao and we can select all statement one by one. I hope everybody understand. Now
Yes, sir.
all 13 selected statements, we need to do analysis. Therefore, click the arrow and take it to the right window like this. Should I do again?
No, sir.
Okay. Now, the moment all 13 statements select, you can cross check also. All 1 to 13 statements are already selected like this. Is it? Now, what are we supposed to do? What are the things are we looking for? So this we need to select. Here you can see the various buttons. The first one is the descriptive. Second one is the extraction. Third is the rotations. Fourth is the score. Fifth is the options. So now we have to select one by one, and that each button has some purpose. Please, you can also open or you can also click the descriptive. We'll start with the first ones. Are you? Should I click descriptive?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
The moment you click the descriptive, the one more window is open with a lot of interpretations. Okay. And what exactly we want to achieve out of that I will share one by one. The first questions, number of people ask whether your 372 sample size is adequate or not. It is sufficient, zyada hai, kam hai, less hai. There are the number of people are asking, and this is the research where I'm not aware about my independent variables and other things. Generally for that, one can adopt KMO and Bartlett test of sphericity. Can you read this? The last one?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
KMO.
KMO Bartlett test, Kazan, Mayer, or King. But we widely use as a KMO. So first KMO. Now this KMO test will tell us that whether our sample is adequate or not. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes,
The
sir.
second important question is, whatever the data we have collected, what is their mean and standard deviations? Dr. Patel have always a tendency. You have sent everything, but you have not sent mean and standard deviations.
That is required.
That is
describes
required.
the data. That describes
Correct.
the data.
So that is the reason now today I'm not going to forget univariate descriptives. Univariate means each variable is one, each statement is one variable, and each variables will tell us what is the mean value, what is the standard deviations. We should not forget these all statements are measured with 7-point scale. Is it? Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Now, second is the coefficient.
Sir, please can you repeat universal description?
Yeah, univariate. Like there are how many statements, ma'am? 13 statements.
13.
Yes, sir,
Okay.
13.
Each statement is measured with the 7-point scale. Strongly disagree is the 1. Then disagree is 2. Somewhat disagree is 3. Neutral, neither disagree nor agree is 4. Somewhat agree is 5. Agree is 6. And strongly agree is 7. I hope you understand. Now, out of this 7-point scale, where the opinion of the respondent is full, what is the average value of the respondent? We call it as a mean. And what is the average variations in the responses is called the standard deviations. So we want to understand mean and standard deviation. And that is the reasons univariate descriptive statistics is used. Another thing is, what is the relationships among all 13 statements? ये 13 स्टेटमेंट में आपस में सब में रिलेशनशिप्स क्या है? मिस्टर सुधांशु जी जस्ट जॉइन द संजीवनी, सो ही वांट टू अंडरस्टैंड कि जो ये संजीवनी की 30 फैकल्टीज है वो कौन कौन सी फैकल्टी का कॉमन ग्रुप क्या है, आपस में रिलेशनशिप क्या है. सो दैट इज व्हाई वी वांट टू अंडरस्टैंड देयर कोरिलेशंस, and correlations coefficient is known as a coefficients only. I hope you understand. Is it?
Yes, sir.
Now my level of significance generally हम लोग 5 point करते हैं. So that means whether our data is adequate or not, उसकी and this value is significance or not, for that we have to tick what? Significance level. Are you with me?
Yeah.
Now most important जो एक चीज हमें नुनाली ने बताया है कि whether our data follows the normal distribution or not, whether there is a multi-collinearity or not. अब multi-collinearity क्या कहेंगे? Suppose I'll tell you, suppose in our staff there is a one husband and wife. Is it? So husband and wife में let us assume they have a very good relationships. तो relationship strong हो गई. Are you with me? And there are high chances their opinion is also moving in the same directions. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Then two variables are moving.
Yes, sir.
Two variables are moving in the same direction. तो ये behavior common कब आएगी? When relationship is strong.
Yes, sir.
Suppose twins brother. Suppose twin brother. There are suppose two twin brothers are studying in the same school. So there are high chances their behavior, their mindset, their attitude, their aptitude in a common directions. And sometimes this common behavior indicate the strong relationships. अब now we have to identify that ये 13 statement में husband wife कौन है? Who is twin brother? And that is the reason we want to understand the multicollinearity. We want to understand my data follows the normally distributed or not. And for that, we need to take what? Determinant. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, most important, another thing. Now test these 13 statements we guys have framed on basis of our past experience, situations, our common sense, wisdom, understanding of research. Is it? So this means because we have not studied in-depth literature or we have not derived from the approved scale. So हम क्या करेंगे? We want to check my individual all 13 statements are powerful or not.
Yes, sir.
ऐसा तो नहीं है कि 13 में से whatever the statement we have formulated, someone is not contributing something. And for that, one has to take anti-image. I hope you understand.
Yes, sir.
Is it? So
Yeah.
up to this level, our job is done. Reproduce BA, inverse BA, we'll talk on the advanced, very advanced level. Okay,
Sir.
now I'll quick continue.
Sir, sorry to interject. Could you please explain the anti-image once again, please?
It is not, it is anti-image. Anti-image is nothing else. There are 13 statements we have derived, as I told you earlier, based on our experience. Sorry, can I add something? Based on our wisdom, research knowledge, experience, or observations, what exactly going on in the society. And we want to understand whether all 13 statements is contributing the same research or not. That is the reasons I want to check the influence capacity of each statements. And that is the reasons we have taken anti-image. Is it? Now, I hope you understand. I'll
Yes, sir. Thank you.
continue.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Yes.
And that is not sufficient. Now we move to the extraction.
Sir,
Yeah.
there is initial solution. Can you explain, please?
Initial solutions is automatically take. This will provide us the basically related with this KMO only because it is initial solutions of exploratory factor analysis. Now we move to the extractions. Like first is unrotated factor solutions. Okay, so that means there is all 13 factors will be rotated and they provide the solutions. Now this is already ticked priorly. मैंने कुछ इसमें कुछ किया नहीं है. Now here is the two options of analysis. When I said coefficient, so you want correlations or covariance? There are two things. Both the things are cousin brother of each other. So here by default I want correlations. So correlations is by defaulting. If you want covariance, then you can select or change the options. Moment I tick covariance, correlations is automatically removed. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
So by default I tick correlations.
Sir, when to use covariance, please explain to the participants. Thank you.
Basically, correlations
sir.
and covariance are the cousin brothers of both the things. Correlation is covariance divided by standard deviations of variables. If you want to note down the formula of correlations, Rxy is equal to covariance of xy.
Sir, simple thing, when to use which?
Both
For
the things are
CFA
same.
or EFA, which is reliable? For SEM or for CB-SEM or VB-SEM?
Let me explain. Correlations is basically shows the relationship between the all 13 variables, and covariance is also shows the directions. But when covariance is divided by the standard deviations, you generate the value of correlations. You are talking about the CB-SEMs and VB-SEMs. It is altogether a different level stories that I will cover in my tomorrow sessions, or today I will cover about the covariance in my Amos session, Amos part, second part. Currently, you can take any one of the options, does not make any difference because it indicates the directions of the relationship amongst the all 13 statements. Nothing more than that. Now, scree plot. What is scree plot? Scree plot is nothing else but the graphical version of our factor. How many factors are there? What is their graphical formulations? So you can take the scree plots only. Is it okay? Now, extract लिखा है यहाँ पर, and two options are given based on eigenvalue and fixed number of the factors to extract. This is a very beautiful thing that I would love to explain. What is eigenvalue? फिर statistics हमें घबरा रहा है कि what exactly it is. हम eigenvalue के नाम से ही डर जाते हैं. Okay. Now, 13 statements. We want to understand that whatever the topics we have decided, there are certain variations within the statements. Will you believe this? Suppose, let me उनको थोड़ा दूर कर देता हूं. And you can see. It will not change when window opens. You can see your file. You can see the within the variable also there is a variations. The numbers are not same. 7, 7, 7 nahi hai. 7 hai, 5 hai, 4 hai, 2 hai, 4 hai. So within the variables also there is a variations. This is called, whatever the total variation is called the total variance. Out of this, how much variance is explained by the individual variable? And you just note down, when I teach regressions, then I will say what is the total variance and what is the explained variance. Here you can write the eigenvalue is a ratio of explained variance and the total variance. Eigenvalue is a ratio of explained variance and unexplained variance, not total variance. Explained variance and unexplained variance. Total variance में से कितना variance, कितना variation ये particular statement ने explain किया. Again I repeat. Suppose total variance 100%. अगर 100% में से 60% वेरिएंस ये स्टेटमेंट की वजह से है, फॉर एग्जांपल, तो एक्सप्लेन हुआ 60, अनएक्सप्लेन हुआ 40, 60 divided by 40 is called 1.5. Is it? Can you understand or not? 60 yes, divided by 40 is called 1.5. तो यहां ये फैक्टर या स्टेटमेंट ने ज्यादा एक्सप्लेन किया. In which situation its value is more than 1? When explain is more than the unexplained. When explain is more than the unexplained. Okay. And when explain is more than the unexplained, the eigenvalue is what? 1. What this particular box is suggested, I tell you. Are you sure कि तुम्हें फैक्टर के बारे में पता नहीं है? So we say sure, we are sure, we don't know about the factor. Then says you select based on eigenvalue like this. Suppose I am sure, मुझे पहले से पता है इसमें 3 फैक्टर है, तो मैं यहाँ 3 फैक्टर स्टडी करूंगा. Are you with me? Again I repeat, if I am sure in 13 statement there are 3 factors total. There are 3 different area forming groups. Like in our staffs, we are no marketing का एक group है, finance का एक group है, HR का group है. So I said there are 3 groups. So then I will write out 3. But I'm not sure. I'm the new one. So I want to understand that which particular thing is very strong. जिसका influence ज़्यादा चलता है. Explain is more than the unexplained. And whenever the explain is more than the unexplained, eigenvalue is more than 1. And that is what it is written here. I hope you understand.
Yes,
Continue.
sir. Yes, sir.
Rotations. Again, there is a story of rotations. Okay. And please note down, that is very important. Here, either I cannot select any methods. That is possible. I don't want to select any methods. Or I want to check whether all 13 statements are independent to one another or overlapping one another. That we need to check. ये सब में आपस में बहुत सारा relationships है कि एक दूसरे से independent है. Are you with me? And whenever, yeah.
Sorry for interrupting.
Let
There
me.
is a maximum iteration for convergence. There are 25. What is this?
Yeah, that is also I will tell you. I will explain. Here it is maximum is 25. Previous one. Suppose this is nothing else but the iteration process. ये 25 बार फैक्टर को अपने आप कोरिलेशंस घुमाएगा and on the basis of the 25 process software will provide an output. Sometimes what is happened, our data is very complex and even 25 will not be sufficient. You can make the changes. You can keep it 50 also. This is the number any researcher can decide it based on his complexities of the data. Usually we can keep 25. Even it is not possible, then you can add these numbers also. Now we move to the rotation part. That is very important. This is the situations where researcher need to select whether it is a highly correlated data or absolutely independent data. And when it is absolutely independent data, such design is called the orthogonal. लिखना है तो लिख दो, थोड़ा difficult name है. It is called orthogonal. And whenever orthogonal data is there, independent to one another, you can use Varimax, Equimax, and Cortimax. These 3 you can use. Whenever there is a high correlations, you can use direct oblaming and Promax. Okay, I tell you, generally in orthogonal, the most popular approach is the Varimax.
Yeah.
And in dependent variable, when things are highly correlated with each other, the peoples are using direct oblaming. Highly correlated data, peoples are using the direct oblaming, and orthogonal, independent to each other, peoples are using Varimax. So this is the data I'm going to use considering the independentness of the data statements. I use the Varimax. Continue. एक score है that one can studies. हम बोलेंगे कि 13 वेरिएबल्स के फैक्टर है, फैक्टर 1, फैक्टर 2, फैक्टर 3 या 4 फैक्टर भी हो सकते हैं, बट उनका स्कोर गया कहां? So this factor score you can study here. Save as a variable. Okay, so this you can save as a variable. We'll tell you, and I'll show you in the file. Continue, and the last one, that is the option. I want to, rather than we want to derive all those groups which having the common behavior. तो मैंने बोल दिया sorted by size. जितने 4 लोग हैं किटी पार्टी वाले, उसको डिफरेंट कर दो. ये 4 लोग ये है जो बिल्कुल कंट्रीब्यूट नहीं करते, ये 5 लोग हैं जो बहुत सारा काम करते हैं, and that happens in any offices. So I want to sort it by size. I want to understand their behavior classified into the same part. So that is the reasons I do sorted by size. Another thing, based on factor loading. तो मुझे rather than हमें we want to understand that इसमें से powerful कौन है? And there are two thoughts here people applied. One is all thoughts which is given by Nunali, and the another is the latest thought is given by Professor Hare. Okay, both the thoughts I will share, but currently we will adopt Professor Nunali's thought that this value should be greater than 0.40. मुझे कोई ऐसा स्टेटमेंट नहीं चाहिए जिसका फैक्टर लोडिंग 0.40 से कम हो. मतलब मुझे कोई ऐसा एम्प्लॉय नहीं चाहिए जिसमें कोई इन्फ्लुएंस ही नहीं हो. We have to remove from our jobs. We have to remove. Either we have to send it on to the trainings, but ये variable, ये employee, ये this year के लिए काम का नहीं है. We can provide a sufficient knowledge. We can provide a sufficient training. Then they will be the part of our team. And for that, the threshold value is 0.40 according to Professor Nunali. I hope majority of the things I have covered.
Covered.
Clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Second thoughts मैं बताता हूं बाद में. Okay, now nothing is remaining. I'll use okay. And the moment we use okay, there are the bunch of the outputs will derive in your screens. मिल गया क्या आप लोगों को?
Yes, sir.
You also get the same thing. Okay, आप मुझे बताओ, what is this descriptive statistics? Descriptive क्या है? That is mean and standard deviations.
Sir, there are mean and standard deviation. Also,
And-
source analysis.
Excellent, excellent, ma'am. Now, thing is, all 372 data, it means nothing is missing, is it? Majority of them mean values are 4.39, 4.44, 4.37.
Sir,
Sir,
here screen is
output file is not visible on the screen.
Sorry, you are not
Output
operating. You are not operating softwares.
I'm operating it, sir, but your screen is not visible. Output file.
Okay. Now,
No, sir.
No.
okay, no issue. Now,
Yes, sir.
Now it is visible.
yes, sir.
now you can check all 372 data, and you can see the mean value. What is mean value? Where the opinion of the respondent stands. Suppose this value is 4.44. अब मुझे बताओ, out of 7, what is the value of 4? Around neutral, is it? It means this opinion of the respondent is marginally above the value of neutral. Okay, now I can see, you can see this value is 2.05. Question number 7. Question number 6, 2.89. Can you see? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What does it mean? Their average opinion stand around 2. And what is 2? 2 is disagree. Majority of the opinion, यहाँ कुछ ज़्यादा भी है, 5.17. What does it mean 5.17? All 372 respondents' opinion is near somewhat agree. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
5.43, question number, statement number 8. The respondent opinion is around 6, 5.5, near agree. And agar 6 point something hota to, we can say it is moving towards the strongly agree. Am I making sense? or
Yes,
not?
sir.
Yes, sir.
Here is the correlations of all 13 statements with the 13 statement. Sabka correlations. You can see. Question number 1 with the question number 1 is 1. Question number 1 with the question number 2 is 0.78, 780. मतलब 1 और 2 में आपस में relationship strong है. Something like this. But what about the first and the sixth? First and the sixth are not healthy relationships. Rather than you can say ये मार्केटिंग वाला और ये एचआर वाले बंदे में कुछ नेगेटिव रिलेशनशिप्स है ना नहीं? Am I clear? और
Yes, sir.
ये फर्स्ट एंड सेकंड ही नहीं है, neither they are enemy nor they are friends. It is very close to zero. एक दूसरे को पहचानते नहीं है, something like this. I hope you understand. Am I clear? And this is 13. But what is important for us? Important for us is the determinant value. Please understand. Can you see 8.59? दिख रहा है 8.596E? What does it means? ये E क्या है? E is nothing raised to minus 1 upon 8.596 raised to minus 5. 1 upon 8.596. Most importantly, ये सब क्या देखना है? This value we have to consider. This value should not be 0. If this value is 0, that means data is manipulated or husband wife presence in the data, twins brother presence in the data. Please understand. जैसे ही twins brothers आ जाते हैं, similar हो जाती है multi collinearity presence in the data, and that is the reasons we have take determinant while we have derive the univariate solutions. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
We have done the KMO Bartlett test.
सर डिटरमिनेंट प्लीज एक्सप्लेन कर दीजिए दोबारा.
Which one?
डिटरमिनेंट सर.
The determinant is
Answer.
something related with the multi-collinearities. If the value is 0, 0, that means our two statements are very close to each other. Rather than you can say similar. And very similar, it shows the multi-collinearity presence in the data. What happens in the research, madam? Generally, हम लोग कोई एक ही कॉलेज या एक ही ऑफिस या एक ही कंपनी से डेटा कलेक्ट कर लेते हैं, and there are high chances you get the very similar response. And when we got the similar response, our correlation values are very high, 0.90, 0.95, something like this. And the moment the 0.9095 comes, it shows the threat, because these values are similar. With these values are similar, your identity matrix is also create a problems. And when identity matrix create a problem, this determinant value is 0, 0. And determinant value 0, 0, it shows the create something is wrong with our data collection process. We need to collect the data from the different place where we try to extract the variations out of this. Please understand. Now we move to the KMO part. And all of you know very well, the KMO is known for the sample adequacy, whether my samples are adequate or not. And first,
Sir, can I ask you one question?
Ma'am,
Suppose I'm doing a survey.
let me finish. Otherwise, all participants will confuse. Let me finish.
Okay.
No.
Sir, go ahead. After 5 minutes, we will have query. You complete the
Please,
topic
please.
first.
Because
Kavita, please look into the matter. After 5 minutes, we will announce
Yeah,
everyone.
Yeah.
I will, madam, I have sufficient time. Ritesh ko maine bola hai. Even in futures also we'll solve the queries. But this is very important. Let us
Yes,
understand.
sir. हाँ, ठीक है.
Like our first decision parameter. Look, ultimately statistics mein, as you've seen, we have clicked certain buttons and we get output. It is not big deal. But we need to understand that which outcomes will tell you which story. Please understand. Here you get significance. Now in social science research, majority of the research is conducted 95% confidence level. Explain कर दूं कि researcher 95% अपने research के लिए confident होता है. वहां पर 5% chances of error होता है. This chances of error is widely known as a level of significance. Is it? So we want to understand this value is less than 5% or not. If less than 5%, it is 0, 0. What does it indicate? It indicates that our samples are adequate. Samples are adequate. And 72 samples will give justifications of this research. Are you with me? Second value lena hai, KMO ka interpretations karna hai. KMO, as I've told you, Kaiser, Mayer, Olkin. Is it? KMO.
Yeah.
Widely known as a KMO. Now, somebody is beginner. If our students are doing research, they are beginner. We are doing in a MAP, CP, SIP. Then 0.60 is also acceptable. But you guys are such a wonderful researcher. So obviously, threshold value or the benchmark value will be on the higher side. Please note down. When in any PhD research or a good research, at least 0.70 is required. Less than 0.70 again indicate issues in our data. Are you with me? And in this data, our value
Yes, sir.
is 0.871. Significance value is 0.00. So researcher can report two things in our research analysis. One is the value of KMO. Another is the level of significance 00, less than 0.05. It clearly indicates data is indicate, and whatever the KMO value more than 0.70, it is indicate the sufficient value. I hope I understand. Now, when we take anti-image, किसी प्रोफेसर ने मुझे पूछा था कि anti-image का मतलब क्या है? Okay, this anti-image will tell us the strength of all individual statements.
डॉक्टर सुधांशु भट्ट ने पूछा था हमारे स्टाफ ने, शायद वो अभी लाइव नहीं है सर.
No issue.
He will see the recording. वो मेरे को बोल के गए.
Correct. So thing is, this each statements have a capabilities or not, is it powerful or not. If it is not powerful, then automatically this powerful software will thrown out of this. Automatically हमें निकालना पड़ेगा. And there are number of testing. एक mechanism नहीं है, various mechanism. The first one is the anti-image. And anti-image, again, Ritesh has asked, here is the value of covariance. And then down, there is a value of correlations. Everybody can open. Can you see the value of correlations?
Sir, we have to see the diagonal values, but then we have to see correlation values or covariance values on the diagonal.
Correlations only.
Okay, thanks.
Is it? Can you see?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Now, in the correlation,
Yes, sir.
statement number 1, and you can see that in the diagonal values, there is a suffix is a small a likha hoga, like this. All diagonal. First is 900. Dikh raha hai? Second is 896. Third is 870. Fourth is 877. Fifth is very high, 935, 824. Okay. Up, can you see the value number 7, statement number 7?
0.498.
498. And 498 बाकी लोगों से अलग है. You can see all the values are very high. Now you note down. Please note down. Any statement whose anti-image value is less than 0.60, whose anti-image value is less than 0.60, it creates the problem. The power is not sufficient. Probably this statement is maybe relevant, but to the other research, maybe to this, but this particular research. Are you
Please
with?
repeat.
These statements may be very valid, but responses say that this is not with the same context. Please understand. Because the influence of this particular statement is less. I can show you the all statements also. Let us check. Next is 805, 941, 910, 795. You can check. And the various 787, 927. So, अभी हमें निकालना नहीं है. We will not look. We are all researcher, and researcher will not take decisions immediately or haphazardly. There are other parameters also, and we will confirm one after others, and then and only will take decisions. But right now, you just note down question number, statement number 7. There is certain issues in the statement number 7, which indicate that statement number 7 some issues or influences.
Because statement number 7 centi-image correlation diagonal value is below 0.5. So
0.6.
below the recommended value of 0.6.
6,
So we have
correct.
to note down only. Right now we will not do anything. We will note down.
Okay. Now the another parameter, and another parameter is the communalities. And communalities, the professor here is very clear. The communalities of the each statement should be greater than 0.30. The communalities of each statement, again, हम कहाँ थे? 0.7, statement number 7 पर.
उसका communality 0.172 है, so below 0.3.
हाँ, हम सारी check करेंगे. You can check the rest of the, even question number 5 में भी problem है. 583 है, कम है. 593 है. But this is greater than 0.30, so there is no issue. But you can see anti-image also shows there is something issues in the statement number 7. Communality also shows there is a issues in the statement number 7. And because the statement number 7, the communalities values is 0.172. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
And 172 is less than 0.30. So according to the recommendations of Professor here, again we will put it in a side. Are you with me?
Yeah.
And the rest of the all communalities is at par.
Yes, sir.
Now we want to check how many factors are derived out of these 13 statements. And we have select the criteria of eigenvalues. हमने क्या डिसाइड किया था? जो स्टेटमेंट वही फैक्टर बनाएगा जिसकी आइगन वैल्यू, आइगन मींस एक्सप्लेन, किससे ज्यादा होगी? अनएक्सप्लेन से. Is it? So that means they have identified how many statements? You can see. First, 3, 1, 2, and 3. 3 factors. Can you check the initial eigenvalues? Total क्या है? 5. देखो आइगन वैल्यू है 5.96.
2.1 followed by 1.2 and then it goes below 1.
1.25. It means out of the 13 factors, there are 3 factors we have derived. So we have to report. How many things we have to report? We can report the eigenvalues of the each factor. Factor number 1, as Ritesh sir said, eigenvalue is so and so. And all the 3 factors have more than one eigenvalue. Is it? Now, questions मैंने बताया था कि how many percentage of the variation explained by each factor. Are you with me? So here it is written. देखो, first ने कितना explain किया है? 26%. Second ने 24%. Third ने 21%. Can you see? Sum of square loading of the variance. कितना percentage variance explain किया है? 26%, 24%, 24. तीनों को मिला का क्या हुआ? 26. Here it is cumulative. 26 plus 24, it is 50. 50 plus 21, 71. It means our 3 factor have explained total 70, almost 72%, which is more than 50%. अगर ये 50% से कम हो तो हम लोग बोल सकते हैं कि अवर डेटा में ही दम नहीं है. तीनों मिलाकर भी 50% एक्सप्लेन नहीं करते, बट हियर all three factors explain 72% approximately. So my sincere request to all researcher, you should report eigenvalue. You should also report the total explained percentage by 3 variable, 3 factor. I hope I'm clear.
Clear, sir. Going with the perfect pace.
Very well.
And
No
now,
need to improve the speed, no need to reduce the speed. Go ahead.
yeah, now the script plot. Script plot क्या बताता है कि 3 factor. So let us check. Now the first line, first spots indicate the first factor. Then another adjoining point shows the second factor. Then the third factor, and remaining all shows the similar behavior rather than not influencing part. You can see सब मिलाकर eigenvalue कम है, so it shows the straight lines. But the 3 factors are clearly differentiated. Sometimes I tell you, we are very lucky in this data. We are able to identify script plot. Script plot is not very valid instrument. Sometimes हम explain नहीं कर पाएंगे, 3 है 7 है. Sometimes it shows the, sometimes it's mislead also. So never take all the decisions based on script plot. But we are very fortunate, lucky. यहाँ 3 clearly दिख रहा है, 1, 2 and 3. You can report script plot in your research paper. Now most importantly, हमने जो factor बनाया, so that means now we don't know that who faculty members teach marketing, कौन finance पढ़ा रहा था, कौन HR, कौन productions. Now this all 13 faculty members are differentiated. Okay, and everybody need to report this, क्योंकि मैं आगे भूल जाऊंगा जब मैं फैक्टर एनालिसिस करूंगा और CFA करूंगा तब. So now you can see first group, first variable, question number 8 दिख रहा है, लिख लो. Statement number 8 is part of factor number 1. Statement number 10, statement number 6. Beautiful thing, क्या आया? सारे स्टेटमेंट की वैल्यू पॉजिटिव फैक्टर लोडिंग दिखा रही है. Am I clear? But statement number 6 indicate the negative value, and I will explain why it is negative and what is to be done. Are you with me?
Yes,
question number 5, 680 or something, and question number 9. So now thing is, our first factor, first variable 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what is question number, factor number 2? You can see question number 1, 2, 3, 4. You can note down. First, you note down A. Second, you note down second, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now question number 7. हमें पहले से उस पर डाउट था. Anti image indicate there is a issue. Communalities indicate there is a issue. और रोटेटेड मैट्रिक्स ने कंफर्म कर दिया कि ये स्टेटमेंट में कोई दम ही नहीं. वी आर नॉट एबल टू डिराइव द फैक्टर लोडिंग विच इज मोर देन 0.40, जो नुनाली के हिसाब से हम लोगों ने वहां पर फिट की थी. आई होप यू अंडरस्टैंड. एंड द लास्ट वन इज 11, 12, 13. द लास्ट वन इज 11, 12 and 13. So now there are 3 factors. One is 5, 6, 8, 9, 10 with the 5 statements. Second is 1, 2, 3, 4. And third is 11, 12 and 13. Now the variables are identified. I hope you understand.
Yes, sir.
Now once you identified, the second thing is we need to check the reliability immediately. Okay, whether this all statement. Now there are a lot of issues related with the reliabilities and validity. I tell you what is reliability and what is validity. The reliability indicate that whatever the statement we have formulated, all this statement is understood by the respondent or not. अब ये कब होगा? हमने कुछ स्टेटमेंट फॉर्म किए, वो सामने वाले रिस्पोंडेंट को कब पता चलेगा? When our statement are simple, understand, not creating any confusion, not create any ambiguous thing, not create any double meaning, not violate any assumptions. So then what will happen? Respondent will understand, respondent will reply properly, and our all reply will be in a similar directions. That is, we call it as a unidirectional thought process, unidirectional values. While you formulate a questionnaires, there are two aspects. One is the unidimensionality, another is the unidirectionality. Okay, I'll not talk about this, but I'll say when your response in a unidirections, our Cronbach alpha value should be greater than 0.70. So what we need to do? Let us analysis reliability and try to derive Cronbach alpha out of this. Is it? Stage number 2. First, analysis. Analysis, scale. Scale, which part? Reliability part. दिख रहा है? All
नहीं
three?
sir, नहीं.
Reliability. Now,
So, sir,
Thing is not moving.
You can again reshare the screen
I'll share.
and select whole screen, not the window.
Is it?
Recording, please.
Now we can see the data.
Okay, now can you consider data? I can
Yes,
repeat.
sir.
Analysis. Please request you to click on analysis part. Then here you can click scale. The moment you click scale, n number of analysis comes, but we are looking for reliability part. Are you with me? Let us check. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is it? All 4 are select. That is our factor number 2. Statistic part, scale, item deleted, continue, and give quick OK. You can see what is the Cronbach alpha. What is the screen नहीं देखा तो can you see the output?
No.
Sir, you share whole screen, not the particular window. You share button and then you select the first window which displays screen. उसके नीचे screen लिखा हुआ आएगा वो, तो it will display your whole screen, not the particular window.
Recording हो रहा है ना?
You click share button and then on the extreme left, the first window which displays screen, that you share.
Select share. Is it? Now,
Yes,
fine.
sir. Yes, sir.
Now you can see the Cronbach alpha is 914. Okay. Now another thing I would like to draw your attention. The last column, Cronbach alpha if item deleted. What does it mean? अगर मैं ये फैक्टर में से क्वेश्चन नंबर 1 रिमूव करूं तो मेरा ओवरऑल Cronbach अल्फा हो जाएगा 0.898. So it is reduced is a good thing or a bad thing? It's a bad thing. If I will remove, अगर मैं फैक्टर में से क्वेश्चन 1 को रिमूव करता हूं स्टेटमेंट 1 को, then my overall Cronbach alpha will be reduced. Therefore, statement number 1 is a required. Are you with me? So
Yes,
here all Cronbach alpha is less than 0.914. Therefore, all statements are required in these factors. I hope you understand.
Yeah.
Now we move to the second one. Now very quickly, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. 5, 6. We will not consider 7. 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. Statistics, scale, continue, quick. Dekho, there is a issues. Again, I repeat. What is the issues we need to identify? Scale, reliability, statistics. Scale if item deleted. Continue. ओके क्या ही वैल्यू
0.547.
व्हाट इज द इश्यू ये स्टेटमेंट नंबर 6 याद है आपको
हाँ सर 5.
क्यों याद है just go to the rotated component matrix क्या था उनका
Negative.
-0.799 सारे statements directions is same way but this 6 statement is in opposite directions and what happens when we derive this Cronbach alpha it clearly indicates that if you remove statement number 6 then your Cronbach alpha will be increased. Are you with me?
Yes sir.
So it means it suggested that there is something wrong in statement number 6. Let me check or let us check what is the statement number 6. All of you can open statement number 6.
Data view, variable view.
Variable
In
view
SPSS,
and go to
variable
the
view.
statement label में जाओ. Buying a new product that has not. Are you with me? Which
Yes,
word
sir.
is there?
Not.
Which word is there?
Not.
Negative. And what Professor Naresh Malhotra says? While you formulating a questionnaires, try to avoid the negative words in statements. And there are high chances when you use negative word, your responses in opposite directions. So what to do? इसी को रिवर्स कोडिंग आइटम आइडेंटिफाई करो. कौन सी स्केल आइडेंटिफाई करो? आर यू विथ मी? हेलो
Yes sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes sir. Yes sir.
Yes, sir.
This
Yes,
is
sir.
very important
Clear.
thing.
Yeah.
Clear. It's a negative statement. It's a reverse coded.
It is instead not admin.
तो हम क्या करेंगे? ये स्टेटमेंट का कोडिंग हमें चेंज करना पड़ेगा. Now question is how many points we have adopted? मतलब अगर मेरा रिस्पॉन्स 5 है तो मुझे 3 करना पड़ेगा. अगर उनका स्टेटमेंट स्ट्रांगली डिसएग्री है रिवर्स करूंगा तो क्या हो जाएगा? स्ट्रांगली एग्री हो जाएगा. तो मतलब जो वैल्यू 1 है
One है, तो
उसको
वो
7
7
करनी पड़ेगी.
7 हो जाएगी. Yes
But
sir.
अब मैन्युअली करेंगे तो बहुत टाइम जाएगा. आई विल गिव यू टेक्निक्स. सपोज समबडी यूजिंग 7-point scale. करना क्या है? गो टू द ट्रांसफॉर्म. एवरीबडी कैन क्लिक ट्रांसफॉर्म. कंप्यूट वेरिएबल. We will create a new statements. Compute variable. Are you with me?
Yes sir.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. We are on transform compute variable. First button.
8. अब 7-point scale है तो 8 को सिलेक्ट करो. माइनस स्टेटमेंट नंबर 6 जो हमें तंग कर रहा था. Are you with me?
Yes sir.
8 minus statement number 6. And I will give the name as statement number 6 था. कैपिटल में कर देता हूं. S underscore statement number 6. Are you with me? We
Yes,
are creating reverse
Right.
coding
S underscore 6 underscore new.
underscore new. Is it?
Yes sir.
S underscore 6 करो तो भी कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं. And I'll give quick. Okay. Now you can see in our data file already new variables is already generated. You can see. देखो दिख रहा है S underscore 6 लास्ट में.
Yes sir. Yes sir.
You can here also give S underscore 6. No problem. It is nothing else but the reverse coding statements. Now what we will use? We will not use S6. We will use S underscore 6. And let us check the reliability part.
So that is why I am asking give name X underscore 6 underscore new. It's better.
Yes, correct, sir. Is it 6 co I have removed? S_6 I have entered. Statistics, scale, if item deleted, scale, continue, give quick OK. And now you can see
0.824.
877 is our
Cronbach alpha.
reliability, Cronbach
Yes.
alpha. Now it is match. Sometimes what happens, students are confused, and that is the reasons I have explained these illustrations. I hope everybody understand. Where are the areas we commit the mistakes? Now, last one, 11, 12, 13. Very quickly we have to do. You can see 9 to 6 requirement met. So there is no issue. So it means from these discussions, we have identified 3 factors. You can see the scores also. If you are registered, their scores is already registered in our data file. क्योंकि बहुत सारे स्कॉलर पूछते हैं कि ये सब स्कोर जाएगा कहाँ? This is our score of factor 1, factor 2, factor 3. While using in Amos, suppose you want to regression, you want to use regression, you can use this score of factor 1, factor 2, factor 3 directly. Straight away. And you can directly establish the relationship. But that is not the case. We want to prove something different. Now, up to this extent, we have from formulated 13 statement. Out of 13, 6 we have done reverse coded. 7th we have removed because of the 3 reasons. One is anti-image, second is the commonality, third is the factor loading. And now we have 3 factor. First one is 1, 2, 3, 4. Second is 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. And third is 11, 12, 13. Now we want to understand whether these factors are really confirmed. क्या ये study के लिए we want to approve, assured. कोई बोले ये 3 factor तो किया. Now can you give the assurance of this? Now assurance cannot be derived with the SPSS, and that we need to derive with the Amos part. So I don't know whether you guys have Amos or not, but analysis click करोगे. Can you see this? And moment you click analysis, the last column you will find is Ibm-Spss Amos. This software is also created by IBM like SPSS. Earlier version, Amos was a part of SPSS only. Now recently, the IBM people have given a separate status. लिखना है तो लिख लो. Amos means analysis of moment structure. Analysis of moment structure. Whenever somebody is using the word called CB-SEM, covariance based structural equation model. Covariance based structural equation model gives more importance to relationship amongst the all identified variables. It gives more emphasis to the conformations of the factor before you apply any sort of regressions, any sort of the path analysis. First of all, we need to confirm the factors. I hope I give the proper explanations. Now we move to the Amos part. Amos, I need 10-15 minutes to explain. Then we will create a chart. We'll try to identify factors.
Sir, reminder, last 1 hour is remaining. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Now, Amos. Can you see the structure?
Yes, sir.
This is called the canvas. This is called the canvas. And canvas can be, you can replace here, there.
Sir, they had basic of Amos drawing yesterday for 2 hours. How to
Oh,
draw
thank
model
you.
in
Thank
Amos.
you, Ritesh sir. Thank you. Now, I'm not happy with the screens, for example. I want full screen. And I'm not happy with the size of the canvas. Because while I'm drawing in a Amos, what will happen? Only those things I can copy, which is drawing on a canvas. So what I'll do, I want to increase the size of the canvas. I request you to go on a view, interface property. You can increase your canvas through view, interface property. Moment you click, there are n number of the paper size will be available.
A4. Yesterday we taught them using
Okay,
this.
thank you,
A4.
Ritesh sir. A4 automatically canvas is increased, and I can increase through the mouse also. Now all of you know probably Ritesh taught earlier, and he probably shared from where are the areas, what button can you can use.
Yeah. We have taught them how to use a truck
Okay.
to move the object, how to use symmetry to keep the symmetric, how to draw latent variable with constructs.
Great. So I will
How to
not
draw
go into this.
covariances.
Thank you. You have done, in fact, my half of the jobs. Now, all of you know there are 3 variables. Is it? So I will select 3 circles first. I will remove with erase all because I have this luxury. I can remove through this also. Now we'll select 3 variables. What happened? There are 3 variables. Now I can copy 1, 2, 3. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
3 variables. Now, how many statements with the first?
4,
5, 6, 8, 9, 10.
10, 5.
I'll click 5 times. First, I'll change the positions. I'll bring here. I want to create how many?
5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there are 5 clicks.
First factor 5, second factor 4, third factor 3.
1, 2, 3,
5, 4, 3.
3. Is it okay? Now
Yes,
I
sir.
want to change their situations. So I'll use this one. And I will use truck and preserve symmetry. एक circle और हो गया that we want to remove. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Let us check our data file is there or not. So it shows group number 1, 372. So we don't have any issues. Are you with me?
Yes.
Okay. Now, again, let us remove bit so we can see all the statements properly. All statements are visualized. Now, all statements I will generate from here. You can see. Is it? But what is the problem? The problem is we have not removed the whole statements and it creates a problem. So what I am supposed to do? Again, go to the SPSS file and instead of this, I'll do statement 1. क्योंकि हम लोग बार-बार गलती करते हैं. Statement 2, statement 3, statement 4, statement 5, not this one, statement.
Sir, how to open the file in Amos and load the data? You teach them once again if required,
Yes,
because
yes.
some of them will not be able to open the file in Amos.
Yeah, yeah, I'll explain. 12, 13, and most importantly, S_6. It is already there. Is it? Now again, this is the, if you are working on the same file, you can directly open through this. Go to the Amos. Again, we'll learn, draw very quickly. Now this time, view, interface property, A4. Batata hu, I'll explain. Is it? Let us quickly draw this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Quickly this. I want to show you, that is the reasons I was taking time. Otherwise, we can do it very quickly. Once you practice, also you guys also can do it very quickly. Are you with me? Suppose
Yes, sir.
someone is new one. Then this is the area you need to click, and you can select like file name. The moment you select file name, wherever it is in a C drive, D drive, desktop, you can click and you can select the file. Is it, Ritesh sir?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thanks a lot for reminding.
Yes. Okay. Now, this is the area where our data file is stored. Now you can see whatever the variables we have changed, now their name is also changed. You can see. Now, first variable S1, 2, 3, 4. कहां पर था? Second variable में. Is it? Directly उठाओ, drag करो. 2, 3, 4, 5. कहाँ है 5?
नहीं 5 नहीं सर, 5 1 हाँ.
अब 6 तो हमारा कहाँ है? नीचे वाला बेचारा.
नीचे
6 underscore
8
8
9 10.
8 9
10.
Last one is 11 12 13.
Done.
Variables are there. Now एक चीज और करते. We want to let us, so that means things are there.
Sir, one more doubt. In somewhere the whole statement is coming, and in sometimes only the symbol is coming. So how to make sure that only symbol comes in the box and not the whole statement?
Label, whatever the label will be, in fact, indicate here. There are two things. One is the name and another is the label. So while you are dragging the statement, it is very important that what are the things we have mentioned in the label. Okay, now thing is there are 3 variables. I request you not to write F1, F2, F3. Instead of that, you can simply write A. Shall we write? Click. Here is the variable name. क्या देंगे नाम? Shall we give A? Is it? I repeat. How to select the name? Suppose हमारा नाम है reliability. Second say agreeableness. Third is responsibility. So what we will give? Click it. Double click करोगे, you will generate this. Reliability. REL. Are you with me? Again, you second variables, you click second quick agreeableness, for example. Third, quickly click empathy. So there are 3 variables. One could be the, this is not the real name, but just we have decided. You can select ABC also. Reliability, agreeableness, empathy. You can select physical evidences also, whatever you want to do. You can write physical evidence like this. Is it fine? Now, probably Ritesh has shared about the regression weight. Is it? So I will not touch this point.
No, regression weight is not covered. Only drawing is covered.
Look, one is called the observed, another is called the latent. Like this reliability is the variable which is constructed with 5 statements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. ये पांचों स्टेटमेंट मिलाकर हम लोगों ने रिलायबिलिटी डिराइव किया है. Is it or not? Okay. Now thing is, here the relationship is reliability will leads to this particular statements. This is also regression only. This is called not the multiple regression. This is 5 simple regression. Reliability leads to sample 5, statement 5. Reliability leads to statement 6. Reliability leads to statement 8. Reliability leads to statement 9. And reliability leads to statement 10. And for understanding of this, उन्होंने ये कोई भी change कर सकता है. आप कहीं पर भी दे सकते हो. Suppose you are not satisfied with this, you want to change this, you click this. So you can change the regression weight also. The moment, suppose मुझे यहाँ regression weight.
If your theory suggests that there is a zero relationship between these two, you can put 0 also instead of 1.
Yeah, you can put A also.
A or 0.
Yeah.
Anything.
Anything.
If you are not putting any number,
Now,
it will not consider the weight.
What is the regression weight? There are 2 regression weight. Unstandardized weight, standardized weight. मैं समझाता हूँ. Unstandardized क्या है? Standardized क्या है? Suppose हम लोग कोई ऐसी चीज पर काम कर रहे हैं जिसका यूनिट सेम नहीं हो. Suppose my x variable is kg, second variable is liter, some variable is gram, fourth is quintal. तो हम क्या करेंगे? सारे यूनिट को, जितने भी यूनिट्स है, उसको हम कॉमन फॉर्म में करेंगे. This is called the standardized weight. And when without common form, when the relationship is derived, it is called the unstandardized weight. यहाँ suppose regression weight is 1.
Repeat, no? I
Sorry?
didn't get.
Somebody,
Please
Nidhi, please repeat
Yes,
standardized and unstandardized weights of regression.
Yeah,
Yes.
let us understand. Suppose somebody is working on any time series data. What will happen in the time series data? कभी season आ जाती है, seasonal indices are there. कभी things are in a weight. Sometimes you have to study dollar. Sometimes crude price in dollar. Sometimes crude liter में आ जाता है. Sometimes जो gold का price है, it is for the 10 gram. Sometimes for the 1 grams. Sometimes you have to study some other parameters also, quintals, like you are studying the various commodities. You want to understand. So what we have to do in this kind of the situations, all the different unit, we have to convert it into common format. Okay, that is called the standardized weight. And when you keep all the things as per data, it is called the unstandardized weight. यहाँ पे क्या होगा? Let us understand. Software has automatically identified regression weight is 1. हमारा सॉफ्टवेयर रिलेशनशिप्स उसके रिलेटिवली करेगा. सपोज स्टेटमेंट नंबर 10 इज लेस इन्फ्लुएंस, तो बाकी सबका रिग्रेशन वेट ज्यादा आएगा. एंड एस 10 इज मोस्ट पावरफुल, देन बाकी सबका रिग्रेशन वेट 1 से कम होगा. आर यू विथ मी? They will check which statement is more powerful within the reliability also. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, अब आगे क्या करना है? Now we have to understand. I will teach you manually also. I will teach you through the software also. We have to raise error. Those particular thing which is not explained by statement 5, it is called the residual. Another name is called the error. सपोज रिलायबिलिटी में से स्टेटमेंट 5 ने कुछ एक्सप्लेन किया, सपोज 60% किया, तो बाकी 40% कहाँ गया? That comes in this error part. It is called, another word is called the residual. So let me use plugin. And plugin, I will use name unobserved variable. You can see this plugin, you guys can also download from our friend James Gaskin sites, State Wiki. statewiki.com पर सारे plugins available है. Okay, anybody can download. Name unobserved variable. You can see all the values are automatically comes moment I click this plugin. Are you with me? Now we
Yes,
have
sir.
to draw relationships. Reliability,
So these are all values of residuals.
residuals, error. We call it as an
Error.
error term or residual. Again, I repeat, reliability because it is CB-SEM. So we want to understand their correlations and covariances.
Sir,
among
covariances can also be drawn from the same menu. Plugins
same
draw
menu,
covariances.
same
You
menu.
show them.
So where covariance and correlations both can be in fact visualized. Look,
Plugins draw covariances will draw these covariances automatically.
yes. I have to show green and leave it. Then I will drag again reliability with physical evidences. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
And third relationship is agreeableness with physical evidences. Three relationship established. A with B. हमें नहीं करना, चलो हमें A B C करना है. We can write double click करो, you can change the name also. Is it reliability something? Now thing is, बहुत सारे लोग रितेश जैसे होते हैं. He will not allow anything which is unusual या कुछ, क्योंकि मैं तो अच्छा ड्राइंग करने वाला हूं नहीं. So what I'll do, I can use this guitar.
You have to first select all three construct latent by pointer and then
Automatically हो जाएगा.
fine tune.
You can see.
Excellent.
Fine tune. So what happened? These particular tools will help me to draw properly. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Is it? एक मिनट एक डॉक्यूमेंट में हूँ, इमरजेंसी में साइन कर लो.
સર તમારે કઈ અર્જન્ટ કામ હોય તો 5 મિનિટનો બ્રેક બી લઈ શકો છો, એવું કશું નથી. પાર્ટિસિપન્ટ ફ્રેશ થઈને પાછા આવશે.
2 minutes only. I will
No
sign
worry.
this.
No worry. Participants, meanwhile, don't waste the time. You draw this diagram, which is displayed on the screen. Reliability, agreeableness, and perceivedness. These three factors, along with the respective statements, the way sir has drawn a small diagram, you have to draw.
Is it all of now? Probably Ritesh sir has already taught you how to draw.
Yes.
Is it?
Yes.
Yes.
Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Now what we need to draw? You can select the middle things. वहां से हम सारा एनालिसिस कर पाएंगे. First one is to drag a file. Second one is to select the different type of the analysis. And third one is for the output. Okay. What are the output we require? We need standardized estimate. By default tick karo. We need squared multiple correlation. We want correlation estimations, covariance estimations. Modification indices we'll talk later on, not right now. Is it? And I think it is sufficient. We don't want more than that. We have taken enough things. Are you with me?
Yes,
So what
sir.
you need to do? Calculate estimates. लो कुछ प्रॉब्लम आया है. This file is not directly stripped from file. SPSS Amos does not have permissions to write that in that directory. Everybody can do click. Chalo, I will explain. Don't worry. You guys have drawn this. You guys have drawn entire thing. Hello.
Sir, you show the error to me and Kanan sir. Maybe we can help show the error once again. Kanan sir, are you there, Kanan sir? Show the error.
But I'll ask my. No
Yes,
issue.
sir, I am
Amos
here.
does not have permission to write the directory. Must be directory where Amos.dir is set.
What
So he has
happens?
to set basic directory.
Basically, new IT वाला ने आज ही download किया है तो problem इधर से. Don't worry, you guys can click this button. Those who have Amos, I will explain everything directly. Don't worry. Okay, I will use SLAT.
So you फिर से show the analysis property that needs to be clicked and then I'll share my screen.
Yeah, I'll look. How many properties I have seen? Go to the output
Analyze.
part.
Analyze.
Minimizing the history. Standardized estimate.
Sir, wait, I have to draw the diagram also. Wait, I'm doing.
Please don't worry.
Wait. I will call you.
explain
Meanwhile,
everything.
you explain. I will call you.
No issue.
First of all, you show how to display only variable name in this diagram. I am
That I
able to
already
display
explained.
the full question. My variable name is not coming. You show me how only the variable name is coming and not the full question. Because of that, I am creating clutter on my chart.
Can you see this? Can you see?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
You can write REL.
That is okay, but in that S1, S6, my whole question is coming, not the S1, S6.
S_6 लेना है.
No, everywhere the whole question is displayed in that square rectangle.
Ritesh sir.
Ritesh sir, we have already correct this. We have given the statement name in the SPSS file and then we take
Data file of SPSS.
purposefully I have made mistakes and that is the reasons I go back to the SPSS file because usually scholars are making such kind of the mistakes while they are performing the SPSS and Amos. Okay.
Sir,
Now,
sir.
any of the scholars can have reach up to this level?
Sir, I am trying.
Yes, sir.
And then
Okay.
you share your screen and
Now,
follow the path given by Viral sir. What's the name? I am making you a co-host immediately. Who is the one who has reached up to this level? Please share. Kanan sir, are you up to this level?
Sir, can you?
Priyanka Kumari,
Yes, sir.
I am making you co-host. So from there you can follow the step.
yes, then I will explain. You share.
Priyanka Kumari is now co-host. She can share the
Great.
screen and
Thank
Viral
you.
sir will tell the
Thank you,
steps.
Dr. Priyanka.
Sir, actually, I am doing from with the mobile and working on the laptop.
It's okay. You share the screen if it is possible. Otherwise,
Okay.
Kanan sir, can you? I would also do, but then let me draw the diagram. I'm on that. Half is done. Give me a moment. I'll do.
Sir, I have not done this, followed up to this point. But I can tell you, Ritesh, how to remove that, how to address that issue of whole question coming. What you have to do in the SPSS file, you open the data file in the SPSS. It will be
Okay.
helpful for everybody.
Yeah,
SPSS file.
please.
You open.
Oh,
Yeah.
SPSS file you open.
Okay.
Yeah.
And from in the data view, go to the
Okay.
data view, share your screen. I'm not seeing that. Anyway,
I'm
you go to
sharing. Wait,
Yeah.
I am sharing. Give me a
Yeah.
second. Give me a
Yeah.
second. No
Yeah,
worry.
sure.
We are
Sure.
in no hurry, sir. Wait, we will
Sure.
work together. We will solve
Okay.
this problem. I am with you. Let me share
Yeah.
the screen.
I thought
How
the
to
time is
share
going.
the screen?
You have to become the host and then share. You have to become the host first. It is still in Viral sir's is the host.
Excuse me,
Viral sir.
sir.
You stop sharing your screen, then I will be able to share.
Excuse me, sir.
Bolo.
सर वो एमोस का फाइल सेव करके ओपन करोगे तो वो रन हो जाएगा सर।
विनोद सर, एमएस का फाइल सेव करके ओपन करोगे तो रन हो जाएगा। लेट्स ट्राई।
हाँ, try
फाइल
करो।
को डेस्कटॉप पे सेव करो और फिर से रन करो, शायद वहीं पे हो जाएगा।
सेव कर दो। सॉरी, सेव कर दो फाइल कैसे? या आई विल सेव।
फाइल को डेस्कटॉप पे सेव करो, फिर से ओपन करो, उसको डायरेक्टरी मिल जाएगा। Kanan sir, I am on SPSS file. Show me how to avoid
Yeah,
that big
yeah.
question.
You go to edit, and at the end you will have options.
Yeah, I am there.
Click on
Display
that.
names.
And, so there you will have various tabs are there, right?
Display labels.
Yes, display labels. उसमें जो है उसमें आप click करोगे तो options आएगा कि display only the names, only the labels या
Got it.
both name and label. तो
But it,
by
but in
default
Amos it is showing the full.
हाँ, तो उसके बदले हम सिर्फ name में आप option को डालो।
ठीक है, चलो सर आप फाइल
सेम चीज
सर
आप
फाइल
output
सेव
में
करके
कर
फिर
लो।
से रन करके देखो चलता है क्या?
हाँ बिल्कुल।
It's done. Not this one. This one. Now we see as saved.
Now again you run because the directory is set now.
Okay. Shall I use this one again?
Yeah, you can share the screen now if it is working.
एक मिनट पहला सबसे ना चेक कर लो फाइल में से ओपन में चाहिए क्या अमोज में क्लिक करो या क्लिक करो अमोज में which one by that time those who have done this please note down मैं कुछ बताता हूँ what do you mean by the confirmatory factor analysis by that time technical things are doing okay confirmatory factor means what is the good part of the model and what is the bad part of the model. Suppose you guys are appointed as a faculty member of one committee and your job is to select certain faculties for the Sanjeevani group of the colleges. What will you do? आप क्या करोगे? Are you with me? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Can you
Yes,
listen?
sir.
So
Yeah, yeah.
generally, suppose you are appointed as a selection committee कि आपको संजीवनी कॉलेज के लिए मुझे 3-4 फैकल्टी लेना है तो आप क्या करोगे आप कैसी फैकल्टी लोगे ऐसी फैकल्टी लोगे those who are good in knowledge those who are good in communications those who are regular those who are participate in the other activities also are you with me hello
Yes sir.
Yes, sir.
So what you can say, those who are good faculty members can be the part of Sanjeevani colleges. तो रितेश सर मुझे पूछेंगे कि भाई गुडनेस कितनी होनी चाहिए गुडनेस कितनी होनी चाहिए so ideally भाई जितनी गुडनेस अच्छे हो ज्यादा हो दैट इज बेटर 100% हो तो ग्रेट ही कैन कंट्रीब्यूट out of the way and he can contribute in all spheres somebody is good in research also somebody is good in a teaching also somebody can participate in the other activities also co-curricular activities also so that means that person is good अब बोले कि भाई कोई फैकल्टी कुछ तो प्रॉब्लम है 100% गुड तो नहीं होगी किसी ना कोई इश्यूज होगा तो क्या हो गया somebody is good
my model is run.
Okay, so you can share.
I am showing the screen.
Yeah.
Host disable participant screen sharing. I am only the host.
मारी बंद कराई ना को stop sharing.
No, you share. You stop sharing the screen.
Don't worry. Next 30 minutes, I'll wind up with.
I am up to it. The model is ready. I just have to become host now.
Okay, okay, that's it.
Actually, I logged in from
बता रहे थे वो continue.
multiple screen.
Please.
सर आप गुडनेस ऑफ फिट का बता रहे थे तब तक।
हाँ हाँ, मैं बता रहा हूँ गुडनेस ऑफ फिट का कि भाई अच्छाई कितनी होनी चाहिए, तो भाई जितनी हो, somebody can write a papers in a UT-DLS, somebody can do excellent things in
Yes, sir,
the,
the screen is in front of you now.
yeah, I can
Yeah,
see.
you guys keep guiding me.
Okay, no issue.
Analyze.
What I want is estimate.
एक मिनट, analyze.
First
From
third
where?
button दबा दो रितेश, सेकंड में सिलेक्ट करो
एक
what
मिनट, आप
exactly
स्क्रीन पे देखो, मैं कौन सा बटन सिलेक्ट करूं? एनालाइज।
सेकंड में जाओ सबसे पहले, not this one, yeah, this one. Output, you can select squared multiple correlations, just select. Okay,
डन।
बंद कर दो ये, क्लोज कर दो, क्लोज, नो बूटस्ट्रैप। ओके, थर्ड क्लिक करो, लाल होना चाहिए, मोमेंटिव, बूटस्ट्रैप नहीं चाहिए हमें, कुछ नहीं चाहिए। थर्ड वन क्लिक करो सर।
सर थर्ड वन ऐसा नहीं, आप नाम बोलो ना, मेरे को थर्ड वन नहीं पता चल रहा।
कैलकुलेट एस्टिमेट करो, थर्ड वन जो आपने आउटपुट, ये बंद कर दो। ओके, कैलकुलेट एस्टिमेट
सर वो फर्स्ट है।
हाँ, ओके, नाउ मॉडल इज रेडी फॉर एनालिसिस। रेड हो गया मतलब मॉडल इज रेडी फॉर, एंड इट गिव्स यू आउटपुट आल्सो।
But sir, why this variable name is appearing full here?
Because it is mentioned in SPSS.
Okay.
SPSS में जाके रिमूव करना पड़ेगा। That I have removed and teach also to the students.
Okay.
Yes sir, we got it. हाँ वो
Okay,
समझ
okay.
गया।
That's
हाँ,
okay.
समझ
That
गया।
is ignorable. Now, should we open the text output
Now, yes, output
to
open.
discuss? Yeah. First of all, model
Yeah.
fit.
Okay, no issue. सबसे
Now,
पहले,
because sir, I am helping you. I think you can go ahead.
yes,
model
thank
fit.
you sir, thank you. Now I'll explain what happened. सबसे पहले होनी चाहिए एक ऑब्जर्व और रेसिडुअल मतलब एरर हमारी ज्यादा नहीं होनी चाहिए। ऑब्जर्व एंड एक्सपेक्टेड की डिस्क्रिपेंसीज ज्यादा नहीं होनी चाहिए। दैट इज इंडिकेटेड बाय सीमेन बाय डीएफ। कैन यू सी दिस?
सीमेन बाय डीएफ इज 5.8.
हाँ, तो क्या बोलता है? बेंटलर एंड चाउ सेज दिस वैल्यू शुड बी लेस देन 3 इज डिजायरेबल। लिखना है तो लिख लो, किसने बताया? मैं बता रहा हूं, दिस वैल्यू शुड बी लेस देन 3 इज डिजायरेबल। 3 और 5 के बीच में एक्सेप्टेबल है, बट हमारा प्रॉब्लम क्या है? ये तो 5 पॉइंट समथिंग है, दैट इज नॉट एक्सेप्टेबल। अब तो मतलब ये फैकल्टीज में डिस्क्रिपेंसीज मॉडल में ज्यादा है, समथिंग लाइक दिस। और हाउ इट इज डिराइव्ड? 298.531 डिवाइडेड बाय 51, 298.531 divided by 51, that is 5.854.
Okay.
Now कुछ हम बोलेंगे हाउ फैकल्टी इज टीचिंग, तो उसका नाम है GFI। क्या है नाम है? GFI। ये GFI की वैल्यू 0.9 से ज्यादा होनी चाहिए। आर यू विथ मी?
यस सर।
दूसरी क्वालिटी है CFI, वो भी होनी चाहिए 0.9 से ज्यादा। इस केस में है। आर यू विथ मी?
यस सर।
नॉर्मन NFI, नॉर्मन फिट इंडेक्स, वो भी 9 से ज्यादा होना चाहिए। TLI, ट्रकर लुईस इंडेक्स, वो भी 9 से होना चाहिए। 3 मैच कर रहे हैं। AGFI, वो 0.8 से ज्यादा होगा तो भी चलेगा।
Sir, I have taught them in my R session model fit indices through paper.
Oh, great. Okay,
That
no
paper
issue.
also I shared with them according to sample size, how to fit model fit. And one question was also there, that how much sample is minimum, because one lady has 154 sample.
Yeah, I will
can she run?
explain. I
So
will
she wanted
explain.
to understand how to find minimum sample size good for SEM.
Okay. I'll explain with evidences also. Okay. Now, Ritesh, can you go down? कि भाई बुराई कितनी होनी चाहिए? There are one major thing is RMACA, root mean square error. दिख रहा है?
Yes.
It should not be greater than 0.8.
0.08.
0.08 से ज्यादा नहीं होना चाहिए।
It
अगर
is
0.5 से कम
0.114.
हो, 0.5 से कम हो तो डिजायरेबल है।
0.05 से कम हो तो बहुत अच्छा।
बहुत अच्छा है। क्या मतलब? बुरी आदतें कम है, छुट्टी कम मारता है फैकल्टी।
Badness of fit कम है।
करेक्ट, इज इट?
यस सर।
अब प्रॉब्लम है
So can we
हमारा
conclude
model-
our model is not a good fit because our RMSE is having
Correct,
1.4?
correct. अब रितेश सर के हिसाब से ये मॉडल तो फिट नहीं है, तो ये मॉडल फिट को इम्प्रूव करने के लिए क्या करें?
Yes, sir. You guiding me, I am doing it.
Sir, please, I request you to go to the modification indices.
I would.
Modification indices.
On the extreme left, in the
जब
output
भी-
text,
जब भी-
here is the modification indices.
बहुत अब ज्यादा चेंज नहीं कर सकते हैं, बट फिर भी अगर कॉर्नर लाइन पर है तो हम कर सकते हैं. अब प्रॉब्लम क्या है, यहाँ सब बहुत छोटे छोटे इंडाइसिस भी दिख रहे हैं. आई वॉन्ट टू आइडेंटिफाई द मेजर डिस्क्रिपेंसीज. मतलब क्या है उसका समझ लेते हैं. अगर मैं S4 कोई बड़ा वाला दिखाओ ना सर.
सर पार चेंज से भी देख सकते हैं, हाईएस्ट पॉजिटिव वैल्यू वाला.
कोरिलेशन से देखो, ऊपर जाओ.
और MI शुड बी नेगेटिव. रिग्रेशन वेट देखूं मॉडिफिकेशन इंडाइसिस में.
ऊपर कोरिलेशन में चले जाओ. कोवेरियंस. हाँ जी, देखो उन्होंने क्या बोला, E10 E9
and F2, E12 and F2,
E6 E7 सबसे ज्यादा. देखो E2 E3 देखो दिख रहा है
सर. एक मिनट, धीरे धीरे मैं उनको हाईलाइट करके दिखाता हूँ. पहला तो ये है E12 F2 31.
अब व्हाट डज इट मींस?
E12 F2.
Generally we should avoid the relationship with the factor. We should only think about the relationship with the statement only. Kindly go to the last one, E2 E3.
So we have to correlate only error terms. So we will focus only on error terms.
Error term
And here
only.
is the culprit.
उन्होंने
E2,
क्या
E3.
बोला? Let us understand for 5 minutes. Our data says अगर सेकंड नंबर का स्टेटमेंट का जो एरर टर्म है और थर्ड नंबर का स्टेटमेंट का एरर टर्म है, इसके बीच में हम लोग कोरिलेशन एस्टैब्लिश करते हैं तो हमारी ओवरऑल डिस्क्रिपेंसी 65 तक कम हो जाएगी.
But sir, there is some message. My co-host is not working, but I am working. So you have to use only English because we have some faculties from out of India and from South.
I thought let me explain in Hindi.
I have received a message to use English.
What this data indicate that if you can establish the correlation between the error term 2, that is error generated by the second statement, and error generated by the third statement, then our overall discrepancies will be reduced by 65. That is the message. Are you with me? The second highest is 50. They says you establish the correlation error 6 and error 7, then your overall discrepancies will be reduced by 50. And the third one is E8, E9, that is 31.
So shall I highlight?
Yes.
E8 and
Three
E9.
relationships. E8, E9, E6, E7, E6, E7,
Okay.
and E2, E3. Go to the model again, sir.
Yeah, and I shall start drawing covariances. You remember,
Yeah.
I will forget.
Okay, now what we need to do? First, you adjoining E2 with E3, second with
We have to
third.
first come out of model view and we have to go to the measurement model.
Originally, correct.
Then we have to use covariance
Correlations, yes.
arrow. And we have
E2
to covary E5, E6.
ना E2, E3 सेम में दूसरे वेरिएबल के एरर नहीं चलेगी. We have to select only one within one
That you have to
variable.
explain them. We don't have to play between the factors.
Look, now please understand. Whatever the variable, whatever the statement which is generated reliability, their error is also very similar. So we can draw this arrow within variables, within statements only. We cannot go to the E3 to E11. Please understand. It is
Yes,
not
sir.
like that. Error
Yes,
is
sir, got
explained
it.
by the reliability is correlated with the error of the agreeableness. Please understand. That is wrong practices. Number of scholars are doing this, but that is not right way. Second is E6, E7, I guess, if I'm not forgot.
Yeah. If correct us if we are going wrong.
If E6, E7, again,
Yes, sir.
both are is part of agreeableness. You can see.
So I am not able to draw that covariance because that is coming out. Okay, now done.
And now,
7. Ready.
what was the last
E2,
one?
E3,
ये वो आ गया.
Let me open the output window.
E3,
Uh,
E2.
E8,
E2,
E9, E8,
E2,
E9,
E3.
E6, E7, E8, E9.
Okay. So this is
E8.
E8, E9.
Is it clear? Now
But, sir,
we have
then
taken 3
Here
also.
my one question is there. In a second factor of agreeableness, almost all error terms are correlated. And I have heard that we should minimize this correlation, and within the
Correct.
construct we should do
Correct.
it, but out of construct we should never do it.
Ideally, I share with the all participants that ideally we should not use maximum this kind of the arrow. It should be restricted to max 1, max 2, or maximum 3. Why I am sharing with this? I just want to teach you that how model can be developed, but majority of the scholar should not use more than 1 or 2. Is it? Just this is the examples I've taken. I want to show you that how discrepancies can be reduced. That is the reasons here I select 3. I
Got it.
request not to take more than 2.
Neha, Viral sir, Neha ma'am has some question. Neha, please go ahead.
Let me finish this. Then I will address all their queries.
Sir, Neha बोलावे छे आपने.
सर एक्चुअली जस्ट वांट टू नो दैट आपने जब एरर कोवेरिएंस ऐड किया मतलब मैनेज किया तो जो हाईएस्ट होता है हम उससे स्टार्ट करते हैं राइट?
Yes.
मतलब हम
highest, madam, highest indicate. Suppose, let me tell you, we can do 1 by 1 also. Earlier, Siemens by DF was around 529 or something, and some degrees of freedom. In the Siemens by DF divided by degrees of freedom, that is the value of Siemens divided by DF, and it was around 5.82 something.
Yes.
The moment I reduce the discrepancies, my Siemens value will be reduced, and automatically my Siemens by DF value also will be reduced. I can start
Sir,
1 by 1 also, so that,
right.
that will give you better idea.
Sir, आपने जैसे
let us see.
But just to save time, because we are running out of time, we are correlating all 3 together. But you should do 1 by 1. First, जो सबसे बड़ा है उसको उड़ाओ. Then second list, then third list.
And then I have to run the model also, no, sir?
Yeah.
Yes.
You are
Let
right,
me
Neha.
explain.
You are right.
Okay, sir. Done.
65 plus 50, that is 115, plus around 35. Overall Siemens value was reduced by 150. You can
Sir,
check.
last 20 minutes.
Yes. मेरा बहुत time नहीं है. Don't worry. Overall value of Siemens will be reduced by 150 with these 3 steps. You can check. Calculate estimate.
Yeah, I am calculating again from this shortcut here.
Calculate estimate.
Now
Yes.
I am running the model and I am watching
Yes.
the text output.
Text output this.
Again, what I will see?
Model fit से शुरू करो. Model fit. देखो, what is the chi-square value? 136.248. What was earlier? 298 or something. You can see the value, see the difference. See the model fit also.
Now model fit is below 2.8, which is below the recommendation of 3.5 or what?
3 by Bentler and Chow.
Bentler and Chow recommends it should be below 3.
3. It is 2.83. So with
But sir, why 3 only? Why not 4 or why not 2? My question.
This is the paper is written by Bentler and Chow, in which all goodness of fit values are clearly derived. If you can give me one more sessions of 2 hours, I can calculate all this value manually also.
Okay, got it.
For manually, it is very advanced level.
We shall move ahead from model fit, which is good. Now let's go to GFI, all this increase or not. We want to demonstrate that to the audience.
Earlier, GFI was under 9. Now it is 945. AGFI is also 911. NFI 961. TLI 964. CFI 974. And these all values, RMSE was higher 0.1.
Sir, once again, Dhananjay sir, please continue your question very shortly. We are running out of time. Dr. Dhananjay,
Finish
please
and
go
then I will
ahead.
enter all queries.
Neha, you put down your hand now. Dhananjay sir, please go ahead. Okay, by mistake, Dhananjay sir has raised the hand. Sir, continue.
Ritesh sir, let me finish and then I will give you the queries of all header all.
After 5:30, we will have 10 minutes of discussion. Continue.
मैं तो 6 बजे तक हूँ, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. RMSC 0.07.
मैं 10 बजे तक हूँ.
या तो फिर हम गूगल मीट करेंगे, डोंट वरी. Is it? Now you can see all the indices are under control. Okay, now one more thing, whether I don't know whether this ये चीज आप में है या नहीं है. Ritesh sir, can you go to
Sir,
the
RMSC is now below 0.08. So it's not excellent, but it's good. Acceptable.
Acceptable range of 0.0. Now please note down, RMSC is not given by Bentler Chow. It is given by Bentler and who? Another paper.
Who and Bentler, not Bentler and who and Bentler.
हाँ जी, Manish and Ramesh, Ramesh and Manish. Yeah.
Who and Bentler.
Correct, correct. It is 0.08, less than 0.08. And you can see the indices. What happens? Why it is happened? Because with the 3 established correlations, we have reduced the discrepancies. Overall discrepancies between observed and expected was 298. We have removed almost 150 and it is now around 136. Maybe we have reduced more. And with this, our all fitness of indices, goodness of fit indices, that is also under control, acceptable, desirable level. Badness of fit indices, that is also under control. Now, I request, sirs, can you go to the plugins part, sir?
Yeah, I will.
Please.
On
Go
the
to
main model screen.
Plugins पे जाओ.
Plugins.
Do you have master validity? No, तुम्हारे में नहीं है.
No, that add-on package we have to install, master validity.
No issue, no issue. Master validity shows 2 parts. लिखना है तो लिख दो. One
How
is
to install that add-on? Through Google.
State Wiki. I already told you.
It is open
It
source.
is open, free. This is the site designed by Gaskin, James Gaskin, sir. Professor James Gaskin sites. You can download all the plugins that will help you to study Amos in a better manner. Not only that, Gaskin sir has already given all citations. Okay, like if you are using Amos, what are the things you need to cite? उन्होंने पूरा citations का list दिया. If you are using PLS, you are using multi groups, what are the things you need to cite? If you are using Adanko, what are the things you need to cite? If you are using Lizrel, तो क्या cite करना है? All the softwares he has given clear-cut citations. So this will also useful for all scholars. Is it?
James Gaskin.
हाँ जी. If you have master validity will talk about the 2 things. One is your convergent validity and another is the discriminant validities. Both the validities I will discuss in the tomorrow sessions. I guess first let me handle their queries and then I'll go if they think any required. Yeah. Yes, now I can handle query, Dr. Kavita.
Yes, sir.
So suppose I'm doing my research work on stress level of doctors from government medical college.
Okay.
You said the sample should be from different, organization or unit.
Variety of sample is required.
Variety of sample, but I'm doing from the same organization with different department, obstetric, gynec, ENT, and
even madam, there are not only one government colleges, I guess. So that means if you are studying in a Maharashtra, Pune, so there are certain medical colleges you pick from Maharashtra, Bombay, then you certain from Pune, because each college has some different issues also. Challenges are also different, and challenges is directly linked with the stresses. Even like the problems facing by the anatomy department probably will not be the same. Will not be the same with the pediatricians or MDs kind of a things. So that means
But sir, I
automatically
think we are having last 5 minutes, 10 minutes. So better you start your question answer session and inform everyone what software they want to bring tomorrow. And you also solve your software glitch for tomorrow. Maybe you are using Adanko or what?
Adanko, PLS, whatever, both are variance based.
PLS, Kanan sir is taking for 2 days, Friday and Saturday full day. Kanan sir will show them PLS. Maybe you can show them MGA.
Sir, Adanko or I will show you MGA, no problem. I will do the model fit also and I'll perform MGA also. But in PLS.
Maybe mediation or moderation can be taught through Adanko if possible.
Mediation moderation does not make any difference in Adanko or PLS. Both are same.
Okay.
So I will teach mediations, moderations, and MGA, multi-group analysis. No issue.
Kanan sir, can you listen to it? You have to cover the same on PLS for next 2 days.
Is it? Do you have any questions?
No, I don't have.
Sir,
Ask
sir,
others.
If they don't have any question, then I will talk about the Fornal and Lakers and discriminant validities and convergent validity. If they don't have
एक क्वेश्चन है
yeah.
सर मैं जैसे ऐसे हम परफॉर्म करना चाह रही हूँ मेरे स्टॉक मार्केट इन्वेस्टर्स का पर्सपेक्टिव जानने के लिए, तो इन दैट केस जो क्वेश्चन है किस बेसिस पे प्रिपेयर करना चाहिए सर?
How to develop questionnaire?
Questionnaire.
She has to identify pre-established scale by some authors on each and every construct.
Literatures, relationships, then scale, then model.
नहीं सर, जैसे एक्सप्लोरेटरी में we can pick
this is not your study is not exploratory. Number of people have contributed easily. You can you need to search the proper.
No, but Nidhi's question is, sir, Nidhi's question is my question. If she is developing questionnaire on her own, she is not relying on any established scale items from any theory paper. She is developing questionnaire on her own by doing some personal interview and personal discussion, and then she comes out with a questionnaire on her own. Correct. So then she can taste the factor structure through EFA and then through CFA, or she is required to directly jump to CFA through pre-established scale.
Not jump to the CFA first. She has to derive her experience, past literatures. She has to study. She is studying the perceptions. So that means there are certain factors related with the investments. There are certain factors related with the investment.
So she can prove the factor validity through EFA, that this way factors are structured.
Risk, return, that could be the common things. And even she study certain literatures, they will find out. Okay, then the certain statements are related. What time they should invest? What time they should exit? And there are n number of things related with the stock market. Create a questionnaire, take factor analysis, identify factors, and then you can find confirm on them. But look, madam, EFA and CFA will be restricted with the confirmatory factor analysis only. While if you have established literatures, predetermined established literatures, then you can run the path analysis also. That tomorrow I'm going to perform. You
can directly discuss the path analysis. You have established literature for the relationship between X and Y.
Correct.
Any more question, friends, before we wind up at 5:30, last 10 minutes?
No issue. I will talk 10-15 minutes regarding the discriminant analysis and the other things also, convergent analysis also.
Sir, what's the use of factor scores?
Factor score is used for convergent validity.
Further, suppose I can use same factor score for the regressions. I don't need to draw everything, reliability and 5 statements. Suppose I want to establish the reliability and agreeableness ka regressions. I need to perform. Then what perform with the factor score? A and B straight away.
Okay.
Because
continue.
Where is the
continue with discriminant validity? How to check discriminant validity from model output?
Yes, there is the most important thing for you establish this model fit. The 2 parameter is there. One is the convergent validity and another is the discriminant validity. The convergent validity is very much dependent on, Ritesh sir, can you go to the output standardized score, standardized regression?
Immediately. Yeah. Can you see the screen now?
Estimates mein jao sir.
No, something else went wrong. Let me share the screen again.
Again, estimates mein jao. No issue. Suppose reliability is constructed with the 5 statements. No issue. मैं 15 मिनट ही लेने वाला हूँ. I don't want to. Estimates में जाओ. No, कोई problem नहीं है तो भी.
Now we are on the screen.
Estimates में जाओ.
Estimates. Can you see the estimates?
Yeah, covariance, variance. ऊपर जाओ sir. There are two estimates. One is the unstandardized. Weight लिखा है is unstandardized estimate, and in down straight go to the below. That is standardized estimate. The standardized
regression weight.
Correct. अब कोई जरूरत नहीं है. Just I want to show you them. Like this is the area where they can get it. Now what is correct? Go to the original picture part.
I will.
Model. Yeah. Reliability is formulated with 5 statements. Now what reliability shows? Reliability is directly linked with the responses of the respondent. Opinion understood or not. What is validity? Validity shows the strength of the statements. क्या ये पांचों, whether all 5 statements create a reliability or not, or any one of the statement is little bit weak. And this factor loadings, here you standardized weight is nothing else. It is called the factor loadings. Please understand. And this factor loadings, there are 2 thoughts. What Professor Hare says, this each factor loading should be greater than 0.70. And Nunali says your factor loading should be greater than 0.40. But nowadays, in a high quality research journal, people adopt the thought process of the Professor Hare. It should be greater than 0.70. Ab ye
0.70.
0.70, yes. If you square this value of 0.70, if anybody can do, you can do 0.70 square. It is 0.49
0.049
or nearer to 5. If your all 40 factors are greater than 0.50 nearby, then the average value is also greater than 0.50. Are you with me?
Yes.
Are you?
Yes.
If your factor loading is greater than 0.70, your average variance extracted is more than 0.50, then you can see your convergent validity is established.
So can we get AV values ready in the output?
Not now. That is the reason I told you to master validity is required. You click master validity, all outputs are directly generated.
That we will download from Gaskin StatsWiki website.
Yes, tomorrow I will show them what is this, and I will show them how to calculate manually also. Okay, so one is every individual should be very strong. Please understand. Reliability should be strong. Agreeableness should be strong. This should be strong. So that means their average variance low. Average variance explained 0.450. Now, what is the beauty? Discriminant validity. What is the discriminant validity? It is very clearly every individual very strong, and every individual should not generate relationship with other. ये marriage life वाली है. Faithful with your spouse is discriminant validity. लिखना है तो ये भी लिख लो. You should be faithful to all your spouse, whatever the spouse, मतलब 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. जो
respective construct. You should be faithful. You should not load on the other construct.
And you should not relate with the construct. If your correlations will be high, if you get involved, then things will damage. Modality will be exist. Is it? So tomorrow I'm going to discuss detailed convergent validity, discriminant validity, again the model fit, other aspects, and with variance based structural equation model, PLS, and multi-group analysis. Any questions? I hope. Is it clear?
Sir,
Yes, sir,
shall we?
very clear. बहुत मजा आया सर आज मुझे तो I am very happy.
अरे मतलब ये कोई मूवी नहीं है, बहुत मजा आया।
नहीं, सब समझा सर, उनकी जो
And-
टेक्निक बताने की वो बहुत अच्छी है. I am very happy with this technique.
Shall I
And
stop
I-
recording? Kavita ma'am, shall I stop recording?
I request all participants, for any queries, you can directly talk to Dr. Ritesh Patel. You can directly talk to me also. Not an
Yes,
issue.
You can email us. I will
Ah.
text you the email ID of all the speakers. Kanan sir is
Ah.
also very helpful. He has helped me in one review process. जो मेरा कल पेपर बाहर आया APDC B का, उसमें कानन सर का बहुत बड़ा हाथ है, because he has helped me in the review process जो बहुत difficult था.
Thank you,
Kanan sir,
Kanan
thank
sir.
you publicly for that.
अरे भैया मेरे को याद भी नहीं है कि मैंने कुछ कहा भी है।
अरे बहुत हेल्प किया आपने, भूल गए क्या? वो पेपर 6
हाँ
महीने
भैया।
पहले आपके पास मैंने भेजा था रिव्यू के लिए।
Every small help for the researcher will be a great learning. So we-
Kanan sir has helped me a lot in creating the interaction plot for proving the moderation effect of happiness. If you remember, sir.
Thank you, Kanan sir. Wonderful help.
I don't really. Thanks for giving credit for something which I have not done. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, all participants. It's really a wonderful audience. We enjoyed it.
Thanks a
Neha,
lot,
any,
sir.
you have any questions?
Sir,
now?
last 10 minutes we have, so within 10 minutes we can take 2 more queries from the audience, if any
Sir,
personal query.
Sorry,
Please
sir.
go ahead.
Can कोई भी
there is an issue.
Please
Hello,
introduce
sir.
yourself. Start your camera before asking query. It is better
Yeah,
to
yeah.
talk to an audience with camera on.
अच्छा
The
एक
voice
काम
is
करो,
not coming. Please.
रितेश सर ये स्क्रीन शेयरिंग वाला पार्ट बंद कर दो तो ऑडियंस को
I
हम
would.
दिख पाएंगे.
I would. Yeah, I have done.
Yeah, and general camera where we can really interact. If audience are present, yeah.
Now you can share the screen if you want, sir. Otherwise, we can discuss with the audience.
We can discuss with the audience. No issue. Go ahead.
सर मुझे एक क्वेरी है.
हाँ मैम.
सर इस स्क्रीन प्लॉट को हम कैसे अंडरस्टैंड करते हैं विद हेल्प ऑफ स्टेटमेंट्स? जितना स्टेटमेंट है उससे.
स्क्रीन प्लॉट में वैल्यू 1 के नीचे जाता है, उसके बाद स्क्रीन प्लॉट की लाइन स्टिफ हो जाती है, स्ट्रेट हो जाती है.
Correct.
The more slope it is, the more factors there are possibility. When the line becomes no straight, there is less chance of making more factors. This is the only interpretation of script plot. No more discussion on script plot. Next question.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Please ask questions. कविता मैम, आपको बहुत मजा आया, लेकिन कुछ डाउट हो तो पूछ लो.
रवि मैं जब करूंगी तब
Ma'am.
लाल.
Yes, Kavita ma'am. Thank you. Thank you for.
Sir, we will have one group photo with video.
But nobody is coming now. Kavita, would you take a screenshot right now and share it with me on my WhatsApp or maybe mail? Yeah, everybody, all the participants join us for a group photo with Professor Viral Bhatt, Kavita ma'am, Ritesh Patel, Neelam ma'am, Vivek sir. He has
It's a
appreciated
pleasure
us today.
pleasure
Vivek sir, thanks a lot. Neha Singh ma'am, thanks a lot. Seema Shukla, thanks a lot for joining. Now I would
pleasure
request
to-
Kavita ma'am to take a good photograph with a screenshot and share the same in our WhatsApp group for everyone. Nidhi ma'am, thanks for joining. Are Kanan sir, you are rocking. Kanan sir has also joined with camera.
As long as I'm not rocking the boat.
Sir, you are always rocking, sir. You are a very helpful person, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Jai ma'am, please have a screenshot of all the participants. Sanjay sir has also joined. Dara Padia, Viral sir's PhD student, has also joined. Vishwanathan sir has also joined.
Supposed to come in my cabin and attend the sessions.
No, we can keep having last question also when the video is on, and then we can have a multiple screenshots in the between. So I think Kavita and Jai ma'am would be requested to keep on taking 4 or 5 screenshots and share it in our group. Meanwhile, if you have any question, please go ahead. Friends, please go ahead.
Now,
No question? My God. I was expecting some question from Kavita ma'am or maybe from Priyanka ma'am.
Sir, one clarification regarding the.
Yeah, Vishwanathan sir, please speak loudly. Start.
Yeah. So, clarification regarding the arrow mark of the Amos. If it is a confirmatory factor analysis, the arrow mark should be faced towards the factor. Am I
correct
audible, sir?
statements.
Am I audible? Yeah. If it is a explore mark should be from the factor to the item.
It is in a path analysis regression.
Regression. Okay, okay. The arrow mark should be take care of the. Okay.
And ma'am has already asked one question, like doing this statement analysis related with. So that means CFA will be restricted to identifications of the confirmed factors only. If you want to do path analysis, then we have to establish the relations and run the regression part.
Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
And tomorrow we will not run.
Sir, you request them to download the software which you require for tomorrow, and you also please test it. आज जैसा हुआ वैसा कल नहीं हो. Technical glitches मैं 2 दिन से बहुत face कर रहा हूँ. So it's my humble
sir,
request to check your softwares.
आज
Everyone.
का दिन बहुत अच्छा था सर कि कुछ भी टेक्निकल डिफिकल्टी नहीं आई. क्या
आज
होता है
आया ना.
फेस में
एमोस
हमने-
में आउटपुट रन नहीं हुआ विरल सर का.
हाँ और सर बहुत ऐसे
Actually,
इंटरेस्ट चला जाता
the
है.
guys came first time, and within half an hour, he had downloaded the abos in my PC.
चलते ना 5 मिनट.
And last 1 week continuously, I'm traveling, so I just came in the morning. Okay, sir. So shall we take pics?
Sir, we will meet tomorrow. If any software is required, you can instruct them.
PLS.
PLS.
I will send them outputs and everything.
Adanko or something.
No.
Just show the Adanko.
Adanko, I'll show. Let me try.
You try if it is possible. Otherwise, we can go with PLS because
PLS
Kanal will
for-
also take PLS. You both can give the grip of PLS to participant. PLS is better than Adanko, but it's little costly to get it.
No. Even it is nowadays. It is very cheaper.
Okay.
27,000 rupees is per annum, something like this.
Okay. So any college can procure it. Sir,
Yeah,
you give me
procure.
the quotation as discussed
Yeah,
last
I'll
time.
answer.